Hello Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Crosswatchers, welcome. This is your monthly love prediction reading for October. Of course, it still is a collective reading, general collective reading, so please only take what resonates. Use your discernment to know exactly what is for you and what is not. Treat it like personal development, like a bit of a heads up. And we can only control how we think and act. We cannot control what others who might appear in this reading will do. These are very specific messages for Sagittarius, please, in the month of October. And please also remember that time is fluid. Anything that Sagittarius needs to know about their... Thank you. All the others have come out very quickly. Okay, that's why. Wow. Wow. That is why. It was very specific. Okay, we have keep an open mind, a honeymoon, and wedding. Your soulmate may actually be different to what you expect. If you are already in a relationship, there could be a renewing of vows. There could be a long-awaited honeymoon taking place here. If you are just getting to know someone, this could be like, hey, they've just asked you to go on a trip together. Maybe they've asked you to a wedding to be a +1. And there may be some travel involved and you're like, oh, yeah, why not? You know, I'm kind of getting chaperone energy here. So there is something, if you are in the early stages of speaking to someone, that there may be other people around. But I think there's a potential for commitment here for sure. You've got King of Pentacles and the Emperor. Holy dooly. Oh my goodness. Who are you encountering? This person is very practical, very boss-like. They may have their own business. They may have enough money to be able to take you away. They may actually be saying, if you've been with someone short time, long time, they might actually be saying, hey, you want to elope? Like, let's do this thing. When you know, you know, you know. And this person wants to have a certain level of control too. I feel like they're kind. They're reliable. They're very abundant. But they do kind of want to take the lead here. Very divine masculine energy coming through, regardless of gender. We've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Yeah, this person knows how to get what they want. They have a keen eye for work. They're very dedicated. They have high standards. I think this person wants commitment. It's very obvious with the Hierophant. They want to lock this down. Kind of traditionally or untraditionally for some, if this is a same-sex situation. I feel like that's normal though. I feel like that's so normal. Five of Pentacles. Why the Five of Pentacles? Oh, I'm hearing you may not feel like your belief system may not support the fact that someone else is going to take the reins in terms of this protecting, providing, especially financially providing type of person. And you may feel like you're not good enough, especially if you're experiencing quite a lot of poverty at the moment, financial loss of something. It's almost like you're in a financial winter and this person wants to bring you into their warm, fiery hearth. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they want to invest in you. They want to ground this in some way. And Queen of Cups. What a beautiful pair. King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I think that what you may lack in finances to this person, you definitely make up in healing energy. Just being around you. They may even say to you, being around you is like a breath of fresh air. It's like a cold drink of water. I feel very supported and nurtured by you. You emotionally fulfill this person in a beautiful way and they want to invest in you. They want to be faithful to you. They want to set off on a new like adventure with you. I strongly get key from this energy every time it comes up lately. Very ambitious. Like, well, why don't we plant a new seed? If the tree is dead, why don't we plant a new seed? And this could be even a gift. Okay, so again, it could be engagement, then honeymoon, then wedding. Keep an open mind about how this is all going to work out. But you do have a level of commitment coming through here. That card just completely disappeared. I don't even know where it went. Hello? What? Oh my gosh, it's all the way across the room. Okay, we're going to leave that over there, but that's the death energy, scorpionic energy. So something that is ending, again, it feels like financial end. So, okay, there's a message coming through here too. I'm hearing like a radio up loud, but it's like an old school, I want to say wireless, okay? Like old school. You know how when you say the word wireless, it just has like that certain crackly sound to it. It's not just normal radio. So I get that, and it somehow makes me think of Italy, or it makes me think of like the French countryside, like you're in a European country coasting along like a windy road that could be semi-unsafe. So there's just an energy of like keeping it old school romantic and throwing caution to the wind. There's a death of and what it feels like, the message that came before the music was that someone had, it's almost playing out like a beautiful rom-com, as like someone had lost a job. I feel like it's either you, but it's you, or take it how it resonates, but I feel like it's you, has lost a job, been let off or something like that, and it opens up this person's excitement, adventurous nature, and they go, oh, perfect, why don't we just go get married because you don't have that burden. And you're like, but I'm out in the cold, like I've lost, I'm you don't want my baggage, you don't want my adversity. You feel unworthy here. But I think this new beginning, this rebirth that wants to happen is, well, why don't we start a new life? Why don't we, you could even be moving. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It looked very Venice over here. So there could be an element to... Tell me about the death energy. Tell me about the death energy that's coming up. The death and rebirth energy. Wow. 10 of Wands. 8 of Cups. Stop! Too funny. Too funny. Okay. 2 of Cups. Wow. Yeah. Too many burdens. Too many extra responsibilities. Someone's either leaving their job or quitting their job or been let off, or something like that. You know, something that has held a lot of weight in terms of burdens, responsibilities, time, energy, maybe not being paid what you're worth. And there's a need to put that down. I've had burnout. I've been struggling. It hasn't paid me. Like maybe someone even owes you money, and it's just, you're exhausted by all the extra responsibilities. And this is saying, if we put it down, we can like leave, we can walk away from that. But I strongly feel like travel on that. Walking into the unknown, let go, let's see what happens here. And it actually gives you a sense of feeling very supported, very, I know this feels like, because it does feel like a rom-com, it can feel like, yeah, right, Sam. So it's very specific. It's for someone out there. Let me know if this is for you. But this feels like it doesn't take much persuasion to get you to go in this direction. Because it's like a safety. You've never felt this loved. You've never felt this. It's never felt this true. And these cards talk about unconditional love and a beautiful partnership of, you know, in different ways we protect and provide for each other. There's mutual attraction. There's mutual give and take. There's a close bond. We're joining forces. Away we go. Mutual respect too. And there's a sense of self-love and respect of like, yeah, actually, you know what? I think I do deserve this. And there is limitless potential amongst this. With where this could go and how this could turn out, why don't I start believing in the best thing that could happen? Okay. Wow. Anything else that Sagittarius needs to know? 3 of Swords. I'm hearing like bittersweet energy. The verb, Bittersweet Symphony. So again, he's striding, if you remember that film clip, iconic. He's striding through the streets, kind of like pushing past everyone with a sense of strength and like almost like ego with the Emperor in reverse. This person knows what they want and knows how to get it. But I also feel like you're kind of like, well, I'm heading off in this direction. I'm doing what's best for me. I know it's wild. I know it's like ratchet, like loose, whatever someone wants to call it. You're like, but that's in my nature. Sagittarian energy, shoot your shot, go for it, adventurous. Let's see what happens, happy-go-lucky. And I think there's a sense of sorrow over, well, I wish I could have done better for myself first, but this person's loving me regardless. And also, especially if you have to walk away from family, friends, colleagues, maybe the path that you had planned for yourself, there may be a moment of just being like, oh, ouch, you know, like feeling the emotional pain. I also think that if this has been a long time coming, a relationship like this, then it's a situation of everything that I had to endure up until this point made sense so that I could get something so good. I had to suffer so... I just heard recklessly again. So again, people have been reckless with your heart, and now you're being reckless in a direction that feels really good. Okay. Yeah, there's something about the missed opportunities that you have had in I want to say in your prior existence. Okay. It does feel like a rebirth, like a new chapter, a new page, like a new me. It's like married life now, or it's committed life now, or it's traveling life now. Six of Swords, meaning you're walking away from these feelings of apathy about your life, and apathy about love, and apathy about this ever happening. Like it almost giving up on love, having an indifference, and just being like, the person that's going to have to sweep me off my feet is going to have to make a big move. And this person's like, well, hello, here I am. how much sweeping would you like? Because it's happening, you know, that kind of energy. And it's helping you to leave behind burdens of the past and really move forward and accept the lessons of like, do you know what? How do I make the best of this situation? Anything else about the Six of Swords and what they're moving towards and what this transition phase can entail? Ten of Swords, painful ending, stabbed in the back, loss, left to bleed out, crisis. Interesting. Just more of, I strongly feel like even you're leaving behind people's opinions. So your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. It could be that they're culturally different, and this doesn't, like, certain people in your family or friend group do not approve. And there's a lot of like chatter about this. It feels gossipy to a degree. It feels like disapproving looks, but very much words that are cutting and a little bit toxic. And you're just like, do you know what? I need to step into what I deserve. It's almost like you've been such a giver so many times, and finally someone wants to give to you and people are poo-pooing it, and you're like, excuse me, I extremely deserve this. I extremely deserve this. I get a sense of like you've had so much loss and frustration when it comes to love. There's a sense of emptiness, whereas this person makes you feel like you being healing and caring and supportive is actually perfect. Like, don't change. That's exactly who I want you to be. And other people are saying, oh, but that's life. Like, you have to become tougher. And you're like, I actually don't want to become tougher. I want the strength of unconditional self-love and respect. That to me takes more courage to go against the grain of what you guys want for me and actually doing what I want for me instead. Bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Wands, standing your ground. I mean, yeah, Seven of Wands. Why did I just see that as the Nine of Wands too? Interesting. It's like I didn't come this far to only come this far. Defending what is yours and what is right for you, and how you want things to play out, okay? Defending your position too, which may even include like defending your person to a degree, but I feel strongly that this person is going to be so... their presence is very strong, so I feel like they don't have to say much to assert dominance in this situation, but to also calmly assert themselves. Like, I've got this, I've got you, and yes, I will stand beside you if anyone wants to have, you know, put their 2 cents in. We're going to be okay. Persevering to protect your territory. A lot of Leo energy here, a lot of Cancer energy here, and a lot of Sagittarian energy here too. And Taurus energy too. Anything else that Sagittarius needs to know? Obviously very specific. One more. Again, it's the way you see things. If you don't, there's an element here that Spirit wants to say, it will only happen if you believe it. Okay, so for those of you who are like, far out, no way, never ever. Look, for some of you, no. But there is an essence here of, even for some of you who this could actually happen for, don't doubt it. Bring those emotions to the surface and allow yourself to feel and heal, and to be soft yet strong. And there's an element of that being so different, and an element of being that being so kind of difficult to come to terms with, and you just don't want to let people down is kind of what I'm feeling. And you've got Ceres and Nurture as well. I never know if I'm saying that right, but it's like the sickle that's cutting down and taking the harvest, and when the time is right. Very divine, very healing energy. And the watery energy of the moon is very healing too. It's like you've waited quite a few seasons for it to be your turn. And because you're seeing things in a new light and allowing things to be different, allowing that open-mindedness, then in comes your North Node, in comes the future, in comes the direction that really, it's almost like it's a flashing light, and I'm hearing flashing lights, you know, it's almost magical. It's almost, yeah, there's something like it's a soundtrack. This could be a movie. Like you might have to pinch yourself kind of energy. And this North Node really is kind of talking about this is destined. It was meant to happen. This is the way it was meant to happen. Yeah, I love that. The North Node is an evolution too. So again, speaking of like death and rebirth energy, it's like rebirth into the uncomfort zone, that it actually feels like destiny, that actually feels like all your lessons accumulating into one point that says this way, you know. Yeah, beautiful energy. And the moon is unconscious. It's also fertility too. So very much speaking to this Queen of Cups energy, if you're wanting to you know, have a family, very instinctual. So going with your gut and trusting your gut. And I think there's an element here of finally I'm allowed to do that. I'm safe to do that. Especially if you resonate as being an empath, you may not have ever felt safe enough to fully like melt into your true your deepest feelings. Okay, even though you're a fire sign, there's a strong element of having deep feelings reach out here. Let's get some more messages here for Sagittarius when it comes to love in the month of October. What else does Sagittarius need to know, please, Spirit? What else does Sagittarius need to know? This can be like, if you water this down a little bit, and I hate to use that term because any kind of love like this would be incredible. But it could be as much as like going on a short trip with someone that you're really into, and then solidifying the relationship, and it's like, hey, are we together? Yeah, we're together. And it's like, but what about what they say? And it's like, well, it doesn't matter what they say, because there's a soulmate kind of energy coming through where you just feel really safe in each other's arms. Yeah, shush. It's like, we don't need to keep this secret. Why would we need to do that? Like, let's bring those deep feelings to the surface, right? That moon energy, and turn it into sunlight for ourselves, because that's what feels like it is going to serve us best. And you can see the sun in the back of the strength card here, and the other major arcana for Leo is the sun energy. And it's interesting that I chose this deck. I don't often work with it, and it's very gold, you know, very rich energy here. So I feel like you're very supported financially in this, which makes the decision easier somewhat. You also have lead. So again, this King of Pentacles Emperor energy, very divine masculine, regardless of gender, is leading the way. And you feel like you're it's like a trust circle. And look at the divinity of the colors, the intuition of the colors here. It's almost spiritual. This, again, it's like pinch me moment. Like, am I dreaming here? And again, mirror, all the same colors, and sweet. You're allowed to +1. So again, could be going to a wedding as a +1. Or this is you and me make sense. This and that can be true, soft and strong. I do deserve this, okay? But engaging in the sweetness of life and being okay with that. And also, there's a strong element of mirroring each other. So it's like, as you give to this person, they give to you. Very Six of Pentacles kind of energy, very Two of Cups kind of energy. Joining forces, that mutual give and take. What is the overall emotions attached to the month of October in love? Death again. Scorpio, very intense connection, very quickly. And then things will never be the same again. Things will never be the same. There's a lot of music coming through for you guys. And old school songs too. You don't have to feel that way anymore, is what I want to say. You don't have to feel that way. There's this element of like being scared to rock the boat, okay? A pain, ideation. Yeah, it's like, are you ready to let that go? Are you ready to leave that behind? And I know it can hurt, but your frustrations need to come to an end. And if you really want that, like, isn't the time now? If we be creative, we can actually, like, we don't have to fit into everyone else's, like, rigid protocols, their rigid way of doing things. We can actually idealize our own way. We can actually co-create our own way of doing things. Let's be creative about this. Why don't you, it's almost like you want to say, but what if it does? What if it could? That kind of energy is coming through. So really like believing in the impossible for some of you, believing in your wildest dreams. That's a lot, but I'm going to take all of them. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Dissolving into light. The pain, death, frustration, dissolve them all by putting light on it. Like, how do we bring our emotions to the surface and bring it into sunshine? Light. Making way for all the possibilities that could possibly happen. Keep that open mind. Wow. Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Wow. Just shoot your shot, Sagittarius. This is it. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Yeah, life's too short to not be happy. Wow. Look at the energy on the back of that. That is stunning. Spread your wings and fly. I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. Nice and short and sweet. Very sweet. Almost like, wow. Can I trust this? I can't say I've ever done a reading like this before, honestly. The whole picture that was painted in my head is like a Hollywood blockbuster. I love it, but let it be yours if it is, in whatever way, in whatever capacity it works for you. But yeah, tell me in the comments below, is this fitting for you? If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link is also in the description box below, but take really good care of yourselves. Enjoy, have fun. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.